What's up everybody, another beautiful day indeed, Dragon House, and today we're taking a look at Mythic Magmorax in the new raid Aberrus to Shadowed Crucible. I'll be going over what's new on Mythic, how to fight changes, and potential approaches. Keep in mind that this is not a complete guide on how to defeat this boss on Mythic, and keep in mind that it is PTR, so things can change or be reworked greatly. So a few things have been scaled up on Mythic. Molten Spittle, which spawns the magma puddles. One of the 3 players targeted by this will instead get explosive magma, which deals around 1.2 million fire damage split between players soaking it, but it also increases fire damage taken by 200% for 15 seconds, and it leaves behind a massive magma puddle which is reduced in size depending on how many players get hit or how many it splits between. Now this one thing makes things a bit tricky since the players soaking this preferably don't want to soak magma puddles after due to the 200% fire damage taken, or at the very least fewer stacks, since they will hurt a lot more, and so will the igniting roar, which is raid-wide damage taken. Currently you'll pretty much die if you've soaked a big meteor and get igniting roar without a cooldown, and this overlaps with half of them. So yeah, 200% damage increase on a 150k slap heal forehead. Now to spice things up a bit, on Mythic you can no longer fully soak any magma puddle. So not only do they spawn constantly, you can't get rid of them, just shrink them. And on top of this, they've reworked Searing Heat, which is the heroic mechanic. The dot you get from soaking puddles now only stacks up to 20, but at 20 stacks you instantly burn to a crisp and die. Look ma, I'm a barbecue! So when you combine all of this, you will have 3 puddles that spawns like every 30 seconds. One of them needs to be soaked by at least 5 players to keep its size and damage down. On top of this, you get 2 random puddles in range like every minute or so, just to make sure you're completely and utterly so you'd need like 2 or 3 players per random magma puddle in range to keep them in check depending on where they spawn. 90% of the time they slam down center platform to make sure you couldn't ignore them. But you also needed backup for the soakers if any of them gets targeted by Molten Spittle or another mechanic. And well, pretty soon you've run out of players to cover things, everyone closing in on 20 stacks or have already burned to a crisp, all the while you've barely made a dent in the magma puddles around the room. But hey, at least you tried. Now if the spawn and grow rate of these magma puddles stay, which I doubt, well then we really gotta pump some mad numbers, whilst having the biggest of brain strat for rotating magma soaks. Could be fun watching Race to World First do that. As long as they nerf it after. And if they don't change how often we get the 3 puddles or how fast they grow, at least remove the rando puddles that spawn on Mythic, cause not being able to control where they spawn is what screws you over the most. The other ones you can do some weird shenanigans with, but if one spawns in the middle, well that's it. You just gotta deal with it. And it spawns 2 at a time. Every minute. Haha. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Let me know what you think of the new Mythic mechanics. If you have any questions, hit me up here or become a patron or Twitch sub and get access to the Stankie Gaming Discord, which is the fastest way to get a hold of me, and it's also filled with a lot of useful info and helpful people. And supporting me helps me tremendously to make content. Don't forget the usual stuff, like, comment, subscribe, and most importantly, ring that notification bell. I'm also streaming all raid progression on Twitch, Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays. Stankie Gaming, and yeah, thank you all for watching, and I will see you next time.
Liquid hot magma.